This is Steve Robbins. Welcome to the Get It Done Guys, quick and dirty tips to work less and do more. They say the devil is in the details. Have you ever wondered what that means? I looked at some of the details really closely and there weren't any devils there. I mean, there was an old ATM receipt and some belly button lint and a little bit of toenail fungus. But no devils. All the devil does is keep his word. Someone says, I'll give you my soul if you give me $1 billion. Wahahaha! So the devil gives it in pennies, dropped from a distance of 100 feet. Yes, the person is crushed to death, and we all say, oh, the devil is so evil. But we think the devil's a poopy head because even though he's adhering to the letter of the law, he's actually violating the spirit of the law. And unfortunately, lots of people follow his example. You can protect yourself when making a deal by adding concrete examples to your agreements. When you deliver a working product, we'll send your payment. They say, you deliver a working product, and then they say, well, it doesn't make blueberry waffles unattended. You say, no, it's a lawnmower. That's not what it's supposed to do. And they say, but we want that. And then they refuse to pay. If you're a creative, professional writer or graphic designer, artist, software engineer, photographer, or pretty much any type of freelancer, you have definitely heard this. If you're a freelancer of any other sort, you've probably heard it. And if you're an employee who uses freelancers, you've probably said it, thus putting your life at risk from the charming but sociopathic freelancer you last said it to, whose name is Justice, and they take their name very seriously. Time to keep your body safe and hire a bodyguard now. The problem is vague language. What went wrong is that the agreement that you wrote was written in abstract language. Abstract language describes something, but it doesn't really show something. For example, when you say, hand me something to drink out of, your well-meaning boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, spousal equivalent, or polyamorous family unit might rush to hand you a hummingbird feeder. They would hand it to you with love and affection, just as you collapse from dehydration. Something to drink out of is abstract, but if you follow it up with some concrete examples, that will help make your meaning clear. Hand me something to drink out of, that Chuck E. Cheese glass, the I Heart the Carpenter's mug, or that odd goblet I've never seen before with the upside-down pentagram that seems to be shrieking with the voice of a million lost souls. Now, your schmoopy knows for sure what you mean by something to drink out of, and it's not a hummingbird feeder. At work, instructions can often be vague. If we do a good job of what we think is wanted, but it isn't what's really asked from us, then everyone loses. So it's worth taking the time to ask clarifying questions that alternate concrete and abstract. My boss once told me, if you want a bonus, do what it takes to make the company succeed. This is vague and this is fraught with danger, since my idea of what it takes to make the company succeed might not be my boss's idea. True, the cup shrinking with 1 million lost souls is more fraught with danger, but this is still a place where a concrete example will help. Boss, if you tell me to push the red button, I'll do it. But if I think the blue button is what the company really needs, and then I push the blue button, I get my bonus, right? Now the boss has a specific example that they can use to clarify. No, I am the boss. If I say push the red button, you'll push it, even though you think the company needs the blue one. Great! And of course, if you say the red button, but I wanted to go with the blue button, and in hindsight we realize the blue button was the right choice, then I get my bonus for trying to do what was right for the company, right? As you can imagine, my boss promoted me on the spot for my masterful understanding of the situation. Haha, just kidding. He actually said, no, you don't get a bonus, thus showing me the nihilistic reality that trying to do the right thing is futile. Use concrete examples when you're communicating culture. One place that concrete examples really shine is when communicating company culture. Federal Express's original slogan was the best mission statement I have ever heard. When it absolutely positively has to be there overnight. Great slogan. It told employees and customers what the goal was. But how far should an employee go in getting a package there absolutely positively overnight? There's a story turned company myth at FedEx of a delivery person who actually rented a helicopter to make sure that a package got through in a storm. That is a concrete example of the company culture. Now their new slogan is, our solutions connect people to possibilities. There aren't enough concrete examples in the world to make that piece of fluff mean anything. It has to be the worst company mission statement I've ever heard. It sucks balls and it gives no guidance as to how to run the business. And by the way, when I say sucks balls, you know that I mean golf balls. Get your mind out of the gutter, please. Use concrete examples when you're going out with Schmoopy. When you and your Schmoopy are making plans, concrete examples also help. Schmoopy happily declares, I'm in the mood for a tasty dinner out. Boom, you're already in hot water. Anything you say can and will be used against you. because your interpretation of tasty dinner is, by definition, wrong. So, alternate with concrete examples that give a menu of options. Maybe you vary the price points and the cuisines. A tasty dinner sounds great. Are you thinking of El Golden Palace sit-down tasting menu, In-N-Out Pakoras, or McDonald's bloat burgers? By giving concrete examples and letting Schmoopy choose, you can start to hone in on what might safely satisfy them. Use concrete examples in contracts. My favorite place to use concrete examples is in contracts. Lawyers hate them because a concrete example actually does make things clear. So when you have a contract that says, you'll pay me for the logo I design, add a few concrete examples. For example, A, I design a logo and you love it, you pay me. B, I design a logo, you hate it, we incorporate your feedback at least 3 times and deliver a design, you pay me. C, I design a logo, you love it, and you refuse to pay me, you don't get the rights to use it. If the lawyers fight back and insist the examples be removed, push back. Why? Do you intend to take the logo and not pay me? I've actually been in this situation before. I had somebody object to a passage in which I specifically gave the example of they steal my work and choose not to pay. The very fact that they were fighting that example gave valuable information about who they are and how they do business. So be devilishly clever. When you're making an agreement with someone, cover the big picture of the agreement and add concrete examples. Do it with work assignments, communicating priorities, and making plans with Schmoopy. That way, everyone's on the same page when it's time to sign on the dotted line. And if the other person asks you to sign in blood, definitely double-check the contract for loopholes. The devil may be in the details, but you can do details too. This is Steve Robbins. Follow Get It Done Guy on Twitter and Facebook. I run programs to help people develop the kick-ass business skills they need to create an extraordinary life. If you want to know more, visit steverobbins.com, that's STEVERROBBINS.com, or join my personal mailing list by texting Get It Done to 33444. You'll also get a free copy of my secret book chapter on how to build relationships that help you succeed. Work less, do more, and have a great life.